All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And, Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's third down. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script. If they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Going up top for Miller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Ran, go. Move.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure, he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. A O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
Out
of his end zone, Rivers. Caught left side, Williams. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Rivers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
That's complete. It's Gordon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? To throw, Rivers. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but it does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Corey Liuget with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
18.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Benjamin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change that momentum?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds, but that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Trubisky to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cohen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. On second down, Trubisky. Buying time to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Come on, gotta go, gotta go. Move, move.
Play action. It's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Rivers now, the throw on first down. Going underneath for Gordon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your right.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Now Rivers gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the red zone now, Rivers. Flush to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Sturgis able to knock it through. So we've come upon halftime here in Super Bowl 53 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, here's Parkey now set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now it's his carry for Melvin Gordon. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On first down, they run with Howard. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Mebane able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Trubisky to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Returning, it's Benjamin. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hurry up!
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Rivers. Forced out to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. Dancing to his left. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, either way, they were getting the ball back.
Yeah, and it was 4th down. Don't you have to try and take a shot anyway instead of trying to ground it? That didn't work at all.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully put...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Corey Liuget busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Trubisky going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 44 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting to drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. Room here to run. There goes Melvin Gordon. 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. A beautiful fake. And some room to maneuver. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
18.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So out come the Chargers. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Rivers to throw it. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. And the Bolts